Today, we're going to dig into something that, let's be honest, drives all of us crazy. It's that gap, that space between what you know you should be doing and what you actually end up doing. It really feels like your brain is working against you, doesn't it? Well, today we're going to find out why and what you can do about it.
I mean, come on, you know this feeling, right? You know you've got to get up early, but that snooze button just calls to you. You've got that huge project looming, but somehow you end up just scrolling. It's this super frustrating, universal feeling like there's a saboteur living inside your own head. But what if I told you that's not really what's happening at all?
We tend to blame ourselves, don't we? We think, oh, my brain must be broken, or I just don't have enough willpower. But the reality? It's actually way simpler, and frankly, a lot more hopeful. Your brain isn't broken, not at all. It's just, well, it's running on some seriously old software. Think of it like trying to run modern apps on a computer from the 90s.
So let's get into that. To really understand why we procrastinate, we have to look at what our brains were originally designed for. Because you see, it's an incredible piece of hardware, but it was built for a world that looks nothing like the one we live in today. And here it is, the mismatch right in front of us. See, tens of thousands of years ago, your brain's job was simple: keep you alive. That meant two things: avoid immediate danger, like a lion, and seek immediate comfort, like finding food or a warm cave. But today, well, our lions are things like deadlines and taxes. They're abstract. And our comfort? It's the instant dopamine hit we get from our phones. The wiring is exactly the same, but the world around it has totally changed. So how does this old programming actually, work? How does it make decisions for you day in and day out? Well, it turns out it follows three incredibly simple, almost primal rules. Here they are: avoid pain, seek pleasure, and, maybe most importantly, save energy. These three things are basically the default settings for your brain. Every single automatic decision you make is filtered through this ancient logic. Is it hard? Avoid it. Does it feel good right now? Go for it. And whatever you do, use the absolute minimum amount of energy possible. And this just lays it out perfectly, doesn't it? Think about it. Studying for a big exam? To your ancient brain, that registers as pain. It's a ton of effort. But scrolling on your phone? Oh, that's easy. That's pure pleasure. It takes almost zero energy. So when faced with that choice, your brain, just following its programming, is always going to nudge you toward the path of least resistance. And this whole process gets hardwired into us through something called the habit loop. It's so simple. You get a trigger, maybe you feel a little bored or stressed. That leads to an action. You pick up your phone, which gives you a reward, that nice little hit of dopamine. You run that cycle over and over and over, and pretty soon your brain builds a superhighway straight to that easy reward. It makes doing the actual hard work feel even more difficult by comparison.
Okay, so that's the problem. But just knowing the problem isn't enough, right? So let's talk about the fix. And this quote, this is everything. The most successful people out there aren't the ones with superhuman motivation. They're not fighting a battle against their own brain every single day. No, they just understand how their brain works, and they design smart systems to work with it, not against it.
So this is our goal: to stop fighting and start designing. We're going to talk about a system for real change, one that's all about rewriting your habits to make doing the right thing the easiest thing.
And here's the framework for that system. It's beautifully simple. Forget willpower. This is all about smart design. Number 1, make your bad habits harder to do. Number 2, make your good habits incredibly easy to do. And number 3, the one that ties it all together, take control of your environment. Okay, let's break that down, starting with making good habits easy. A fantastic trick is the 2-minute rule. Forget study for 2 hours. Your new goal is just open the book. That's it. It's so small your brain can't object. It's all about reducing friction. You prepare everything in advance. You lay out your gym clothes the night before. This way, the path of least resistance actually leads where you want to go. And on the flip side, you add friction to bad habits, like putting your phone in a totally different room when you need to focus.
All right, but now we get to the most powerful idea in this entire system. Because changing your behaviors is one thing, but changing your identity, that's what makes it permanent. This is the ultimate way to get your brain on your side.
Just look at the difference in mindset here. A goal is something you're trying to achieve. An identity is who you believe you are. So instead of thinking, I want to be productive, you start telling yourself, I am a disciplined person. That little shift changes everything. Because a disciplined person, well, they just do the work. A healthy person doesn't have to debate going to the gym. It's just what they do. And here's why that works. Your brain is hardwired to be consistent with the identity you give it. It has this deep subconscious need to prove your own self-beliefs right. So when you start believing you're a certain type of person, your brain will literally start looking for ways to make that a reality. It goes from being an obstacle to being your biggest ally.
So let's wrap this all up. What this really comes down to is a whole new relationship with your own mind. The goal isn't to win some epic battle of willpower. It's about working together. And if there's one thing you take away from this, let it be this. Stop fighting yourself. Your brain is not your enemy. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're just using an incredibly powerful tool that's still running its original software. The key is to finally learn the user manual. So the next time you feel that urge to procrastinate, just remember, it's not you, it's your brain, just running its program. And the beautiful thing is, now you know the rules of the game. And now you know how to win.